Hi guys, how you doing? It is, yeah, it's not far away from Christmas at all, and it's been a very long time since I last posted on the Tube of You, and that's probably because of a variety of reasons. Obviously my last post was all about this bad boy, Le Beard, which is still kind of going strong. Obviously I need to shave and stuff because it's looking a bit homeless chic at the minute. Thankfully my hair's not too long, otherwise I would look absolutely shocking, but anyway, that's besides the point. So, where are we at the minute? Well, my health is still in the same position as it was quite some time ago. I'm still no further forward with regards to the incident that occurred in August. I am more than understanding about the situation of the NHS and the demands and the stresses that they're under at the minute, and I don't want to go and add to it, to be perfectly honest. I'm desperate to get my results to find out either if I have epilepsy or diabetes, but I know that I've got to be patient, and the one good thing I can say is I'm a great believer in The Secret, and if I follow The Secret, I know that if I think positive things will happen. You know, it's quite funny because it's always good to update your thinking. I'm going to turn this down a wee bit. I've got Kistery on. It probably wasn't the best idea to do this while I'm listening to Kistery and I've got the washing machine on. Yeah, it's always great, I think, worthwhile to invest in your time wisely. You know, time is something that people take for granted. You don't realise that it's the one thing that money can't buy. People always say, well, yeah, money can't buy happiness either. Well, yes it can to a certain degree. You know, money can buy you temporary happiness, you know, short-term fixations. You know, you buy a new car and you think that's going to make everything brilliant, and the novel factor is there, and when the novelty wears off you kind of lose that genuine happiness. So one thing I have done, you know, while I've been off work and while I've had extra time to contemplate things, is really to weigh up life, you know, and educate myself more on the psychology of things and the inner workings of your mind and your brain. I've read a number of books, I've listened to a number of audiobooks, and they've all been absolutely fantastic, to be honest. The Secret to Success was one that I would highly recommend. The Power of Habit, The Secret, obviously. I've also read off the spin-offs from The Secret also, and there's been another couple of books as well that I've read that I can't think off the top of my head at the minute that I've really found worthwhile. It was actually great during the summer and early autumn period to go out a walk and listen to these things. Not so great when it's winter here in Glasgow and there's not very much you can do. I've got some clinical assessments this week and next week, which is great, and I'm hoping by the new year I'll be in a better position to understand where I'm going with regards to my training, because I know that's obviously where the bulk of most people watch my videos. I don't intend on competing next year, 2016. My intention is obviously to wait off, have a great off season through 2016 and compete in 2017 again in the natural bodybuilding circuit. This time aiming to do probably 2 shows for both federations in BNBF and UKDFBA that I did this year in June. My current condition, I'm only, well, today probably not the best idea because I'm just after a cheat meal and I'm holding some water, but I am between 10 and 12 pounds above stage weight. My calories are progressively getting added to, usually every 3 weeks to a month, depending on what my weigh-in is by then. My strength's gone back up. I must confess that since I've come out of comp prep, I'm finding I'm getting lots of injuries, particularly my front delt, my right elbow, a bit of tennis elbow, and my lower back. Although strength is going up, which is good, and I'm hoping that that's going to continue. My training's been based on a lot of high volume, very little in the way of cardio. I'm going to increase my cardio over Christmas, purely because I'm going to indulge a little bit more between going to Christmas markets and socialising with friends and family. So the cardio is obviously just to make sure that I don't overextend with my diet, although I will try and keep track of things as best I can. As usual, as I would normally recommend to my clients, there will be a slight deficit in my carbs and fats. Even though I'm in the off season, I want to make sure that I'm reversing properly, and then I'm going into a lean bulking phase come January. January, my aim is hopefully be back to work, back to a normal lifestyle, and looking more at strength-based training for about 12 weeks. My programme just now, as I said, is mostly based on high volume, very short rest periods, because I find that really works for me. It's almost like a HIIT-based training, and my two previous training partners who have sort of reintegrated back into training, Andy when he's back in Glasgow, and Davey who's getting back into the swing of things, having been away in Mexico. I've found that they really enjoy it as well. But as I said, when it comes to January, it's head in the game. You know, I've got 12 months to put on as much size as I possibly can while trying to stay as lean as possible. My calories at the minute are currently sitting at just 3,000 calories, there or thereabouts, daily apart from rest days, and I'm hoping to push that up as high as I possibly can, potentially maybe to 4,000, 5,000 calories per day, while trying to keep as lean a structure as possible. As you can tell, I've filled out a good bit. I'm not carrying too much in the way of fat, and I just hope that continues. 12 weeks, as I said, from January to mid-March. Will be 5 of 5 and looking for single lifts as well, and I'm hoping we'll add some real thickness to my muscle, and my powerlifting ego will also get a wee boost before I move back into another 12-week block of high intensity, high volume training from March into summertime. One thing I am interested in doing from January is going to be splitting my training up from your typical bro split, I think is what it's referred to now, you know, where you either train 1 or 2 body parts per session, and I'm looking at more at push-pull leg split and running that twice per week, more as a natty, because I've done a lot of reading on it, that you've got to almost overtrain, overstimulate the muscle to get the best from it. So, as it currently stands, this is me just now. I'll give you a wee look. This is my current condition, not too bad. Abs are still there, which isn't too bad. As I said, I'm carrying a lot of water just now. Arms is something that I want to bring up, along with hamstrings and my glutes, things that I'm really making sure that I'm working on to bring up my weaknesses. I really want to ensure that when I step on stage in 2017, that I've taken a good 14, 16 month off season, and people look at me on stage and think, geez, that guy's improved massively. You know, very easy for people to have short-term goals and aspirations. It's harder when it's long-term and you can't really see it in sight. But I'm driven, I'm determined. I'm going to have a better, more positive outlook in life, probably due to this. And I'm going to make sure that I'm going to bring a brand new package for 2016-17. So stay posted. I'm going to try and post a little bit more, hopefully get some more vlogs on the go as well, some more eating ones and daily life ones on the go as well. So speak to you soon, guys. If I don't see you before Christmas and New Year, have a belter. Cheers.